Up next on Illinois Lawmakers, Assistant House Republican Leader Ryan Spain of Peoria. Good to have you on the program again.
Thanks for having me, Jack.
You've been looking into energy issues in recent months, delving into how much Illinois utility customers are paying for electrical service. There's a thing called MISO, the Mid-Continent Independent System Operator. What is MISO and what does it do, and how does it play a role in what you and I pay when it comes to our electrical service every month?
Sure. Well, great question. It's a key topic for families right now in Illinois. Of lots of different things, we're making spending decisions here in the state capitol affecting healthcare, education, so many different topics, but energy prices are something that affect all families, all businesses in the state of Illinois. So our state is divided into two different energy regions, with a northern PJM region, it's called, and then about 3/4 of the state is in MISO, the region that you mentioned. And it's in MISO especially that we're very worried about 22-fold price increase in a recent capacity auction. So energy is purchased and procured, especially for the summer season. And what it means is that our families in Illinois that live in the Ameren-MISO territory are going to have massive increases to their monthly energy bill this summer. So as legislators are working to develop another energy package of legislation, we need to be thinking about how we can deliver relief to the families that are going to be very negatively impacted by this energy spike within MISO.
What can the state actually do about that? Because that really comes down to, you know, the public marketplace as far as the cost of electricity.
Well, unfortunately, it's the state's decisions that have really led to this point, because we have much less generation of energy in this territory of MISO for the state of Illinois. So remember, we've got to go back to several major energy initiatives that have taken place in Illinois over the last decade. It started with FEJA, that we've all learned a lot about because it was implicated in the Mike Madigan criminal conviction and bribery associated with ComEd, but included in FEJA, which was passed in 2016, was a massive amount of taxpayer subsidization for nuclear power. It happened again in CEJA, the Climate Equity Jobs Act, a few years later, that we are heavily subsidizing nuclear power in Illinois. And then at the same time, we have been taking off and cutting off the useful life of some of our older coal and gas plants in the state of Illinois. What it means is that we have much less power. We used to be an energy exporting state. Now we're a state within MISO that needs to import energy, and it's very expensive to do so.
How does this relate to other situations that we've seen around the country in recent years, such as Texas had that awful ice storm a couple of years ago, and people were literally freezing to death?
Sure. Texas comes to mind, that had major brownouts a few years ago. And then in my namesake country, although it's just in name only, in Spain, just a few weeks ago, they had massive nationwide blackouts. And it's because we have less reliability in our energy grid, and it's a good thing that we're moving some of our energy production to renewable sources, especially a lot of solar and wind, but they are not reliable energy sources in the same way that some of our legacy power generation. So we do have to have a diversified energy portfolio, and as legislative initiatives and an energy package comes forward for the rest of this legislative session, we've got to make sure it offers some protection to our families who won't be able to deal with these massive price spikes.
Republicans are in the minority in the House of Representatives. What are the prospects that an energy portfolio plan like this can actually get some traction here in the last days of the General Assembly? We've got about 30 seconds left.
Yeah, well, we need to make it a priority, and I think that we have Republicans and Democrats that represent this MISO area, and we are all working together. But we need to remember that the energy policy decisions for the state of Illinois can work out very differently in one region, in the Chicagoland region, versus downstate. And as a proud downstater, I'm going to fight to make sure that our families and businesses aren't put out of business by high energy prices this summer.
Assistant House Republican Leader Ryan Spina-Peoria will stay tuned on that issue and catch up and see where it goes before the end of session.
Thanks, Jack. Thank you.